typically most people love to call me a law student, but I had graduated 2 weeks ago with an LLB. So right now I'm supposed to be referred as a lawyer. But for those who know the rigorous process for you to become an advocate, I'm still not yet an advocate because I've not gone for my 2 years at Kenya School of Law. So I'm still a law student as a name that most people like to call, but in our legal fraternity, we love to refer it as an advocate trainee. So I'm an advocate trainee at Kenya School of Law from 2026 to 2027. So the reason why we're here today is because I had received a very good invitation from Obinna, because Obinna is one person who gives platform for young upcoming people. And during that platform, we discussed a lot of things, and it would only be fair that in the legal fraternity, you cannot talk about lawyers without mentioning Cliff Omenda and Dunstan Omar. That's a praise, right? So while we mentioned the two things actually collided. While I was mentioning them, I was also mentioning a certain systemic problem in our judiciary. But you know, the issue of corruption is a systemic problem that is in every entity. That is one thing that we can all agree on. So when I say there is corruption at the judiciary, I'm not implying that it's being caused by these two individuals. So while I was talking about that, these two individuals are also coming up in my sentence. So these two individuals, I said that they know who to bribe. When I made that sentence, they know who to bribe, I did not mean that Dunstan, Omari, and Cliff Ombeta are going to bribe someone. I said they know. To know someone, to be acquainted of connection towards someone is not a crime. Because even the act of trying to bribe someone, you have to have a certain connection with someone, right? So my reference to that statement was to say that these individuals are well connected within the judiciary. So I was saying that in case someone, a criminal now, was intending to maybe bribe someone, it would be easier to get an individual who's well connected, but I did not mean that they're the one who are supposed to be doing that specific act. I hope that is clear. So the problem is, at first, Mr. Cliff had actually seen the statement and brushed it off because the discussion was within the legal Twitter, because we advocates also discuss about a lot of things. So it was not a big deal at first. But the problem is now that it became a big deal because the general public misunderstood that specific statement. They took it as a fact that Mr. Ombeta and Omari are actually involved in bribing judges or bribing magistrates, while that is not actually the case. So while Obinna called me that he had also received the same letter, I also felt for him because he had just given me the first opportunity on one of the biggest platforms. So I saw it fit that instead of raging on with the back and forth with wakilis, because we can never proceed with this case in court without Obinna also being mentioned. I cannot be sued without him not also being sued. At first, I was very apprehensive about apologizing, and I did not want to apologize. But it's because most of you people do not know that law is a very toxic career, because it is a career full of ego and superiority complex. So sometimes if you receive a letter from our wakili, you might have done something wrong, but you would not want to immediately accept, because the entire foundation of that career is based on superiority complex, for those people who can understand it. So I took this initiative to also just clarify anything and make sure that we can actually solve this particular matter. So as of right now, just like Mr. Ombeta has already said, we are actually friends. We have met before. It's just that I'm a junior right now, and I'm also looking forward one day to being like the individuals. So typically that's what happened during this time, but the conclusion and resolution of this is that I've apologized to them officially and taken full responsibility without prejudice of whatever had happened. So in case anyone has any question in regards to this particular matter, you can actually tell me, because I'm the major subject.
make a very nice lawyer.
But my question is, because there are many lawyers, top lawyers, are you sure that you don't have any background information about that corruption? Like, you just did name two. Are you sure that you should have not been other lawyers?
So you want me to make again defamatory remarks against another lawyer? But what I'm saying is this, it's a systemic problem in the judiciary, the issue of corruption. And it is something that I'm not the only person who's talking about it. Most of you are on Twitter. You've had Jurispesa by Ahmed Nasir. You've had Nelson Harvey complaining about specific judges. So it's a systemic problem that is there, that has been there, that people are trying to solve about. So as a junior, I'm also just hearing about it. And I'm not particular with any other new information, apart from what you're also reading on social media. So that was the same thing that I was pointing about.
Okay, so iko sawa?
Question.